Good day to all of you glorious Rascallion bastards. The name's FOXSOL, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to some more Wuthering Waves. Hopefully you guys are having a good one wherever you're at. Today's video is going to be a common sense video is the best way I could describe it. But in some cases, apparently there is some people who do not quite understand this. So, hey, I'll take it upon myself to give you this PSA. So what's today's topic? Today's topic is about you don't need to level up all your characters to level 90, 80, 70, wherever your max union level is. And we're going to get into that and we're going to discuss it. So grab yourself a drink, get ready, and let's go. So yeah. We're not talking about pretty much a topic that I think it's common sense knowledge, or it should be at least common sense knowledge, to be honest. And that's you don't have to level up every single one of the characters that you have summoned or you have collected to, you know, your top leveled characters. For example, I will showcase really quickly my team. And I've expressed this in other videos, but I think it needs to be described. So you see, I got some level 90s. I got a level 80, level 90s, 82, 80, 80, 80, 70, 70, 70, 60, 30, 50, 50, 20. And the reason for this is that some of the characters I don't really use, and some of the characters, you know, I just don't want to fucking use, and they're piss poor and they're put at the bottom of the screen until maybe one day I'll get, you know, incentivized enough to want to level them up. And like I said, I think it's common. It should be common sense. I was just in a call not that long ago with a group of friends, and we got to conversation, and I was told that I was wrong. And this is the reason why I'm even making this video, is that I get told that I'm wrong. Oh, you know, you need to level up characters. So like you see Fox, you're using Chang Li, Bai, and you're using Tao, right? Like that's your main team. And I said, yeah. And you see Tao is level 80. You don't have her base damage up to level 90, so she's kind of useless for your team in all regards. And I said, have you played WuWA enough? You know, have you played WutheringWaves enough to see the resource management behind it? Oh, yeah, but it's not that bad. I mean, look, you're doing absolutely nothing anyway in the game. Why aren't you, you know, focusing on building characters like that one at a time? Because, you know, Zeshi's coming, other characters are coming, and I kind of want to, you know, focus on building them up because future-wise, they'll be better for my teams. Oh, but you see, that's still wrong because you need to get like the tower adversity and all your stuff done. I was like, I don't have no problem with no damn tower adversity. What the hell's going on with you? So we ended the conversation pretty much disagreeing and, you know, getting told that I'm wrong and that I'm a stupid idiot. Let me explain this, and let me explain this carefully. I've already made a video that says how to get, you know, 10 times more out of your sub characters, you know, when they're lower leveled. It should be common sense. Some characters, if they're supporting your main DPS, this isn't Genshin. This is not like you need to have a fire character, you need to have a water character, and you need to have an electric character, you know. From my understanding, that was more element of base where you had to have teams that focused on elements. So yeah, I can see that in a game like that, you need to build up quite a bit. You need to build up these characters to do this type of attack. You need to have this one built up to do this type of attack. I can completely understand it. But in Wuthering Waves, it's a game that legitimately, it's not that complicated. It's very simplistic. And what I mean by that is, like I was trying to explain, is that the DPS in this game, my DPS, whatever I set suit, is my main damage carry. And if I don't have a character that is a sub DPS built up enough to, you know, actually do damage, okay, their job, it then becomes less about damage and more about, hey, how can I buff my main DPS to work? Simple as that. And You know, with a game that actually has parries, a game that actually you can dodge, and you actually have to have some skill behind it, not just go in and mash buttons all over the time, then it should be quite simple enough for someone to understand the concept that, you know what, I could put a level 50 character with my level 90 DPS, and as long as I build up that level 50 character with echoes or however, just to take a hit for a case, you know, I can't dodge at the right time, blah blah blah, or, you know, as long as I can get their outro skill out, that's going to, you know, increase the resonant skill damage, the resonant liberation damage of my main DPS, to where they're now doing 38 to 40% more damage, you know, then at that point in time, you realize that you don't have to have that character exactly built up. You don't have to give them a 5-star weapon. You don't have to give them the best damn echoes. That comes with patience, and in the future when you really need to get, which I don't think is at this time right now in WutheringWaves. I think, you know, you have plenty of time when you have downtime, and what I mean by that is there's going to get to a point, and this is going to happen to everybody, not just myself, not just very few people, but you're going to have what's called downtime. Meaning what? Meaning that you have done everything you need to do in the game. You got nothing else better to do. All right, what am I going to use my wayplates for? Might as well go to Task Field and go, you know, get all the echoes I can get my hands on, then tune them up until I get the most perfect echoes. Or, you know, I'll go do all the field, the forgery missions to get all the materials I need to build up everyone's skills tree. You know, different things like that. Let me go ahead and go get all the cores now from this boss, so that way I can finally level up someone like Tao, you know, to level 90. Reason why I haven't done Tao to level 90 is because Tao right now doesn't actually need it. She's got 19,000 HP. She's using Moonlit basically for energy regen for the echoes, and it's not in any case regards really necessary for me right now to build up any of her base stats. Could she be doing more damage and helping out? Sure, but I got other resources that I need to be putting into other DPSs, into other characters. When my Jian is completely done, when my Chang Li is completely done, when my Jin Shi is completely done, the 3 main focus characters that I'm focusing on building the proper echo sets for, that I'm trying to build all their resonant skills up, you know, their fortes up, then at that point I'll worry about supports, I'll worry about sub DPS characters. Then I'll start looking and say, well, you know what, I guess at this point in time I'll go ahead and get Tao up there. You know, it's called looking at productivity. It's called looking at what you're capable of doing now and trying to be as optimal as possible, but as fast as possible to do what you want to do. So in my case scenario, I want to do Tower Adversity. Okay, I need 3 teams. Well, with resource management for 3 teams to build up basically 3 supports, 3 sub DPSs, and 3 DPSs, you're going to be spending a lot of time, a lot of shells, a lot of grinding. And who, in all honesty, has the time for that? You have a life. I have a life. You want to go to Starbucks. I want to go ahead and go to sleep because I don't sleep. I'm a 35-year-old man that is pretty much, you know, dead tired all the time from work. So how do I make the most out of my resources? Well, let's focus, like I stated to this guy, is you focus on your DPS first. Then you focus on, you know, what is the primary damage, your subclasses, your support, your sub DPS. The best thing that I've ever done is make them into tanks in a regards, just so that way their outro skills come out like that, and then boom, it just supports the DPS, and the DPS does all the damage. Is it truly efficient that way? No, but it gets me out of a fucking bind. Future wise, I'll build up that character. It's not that big of a deal. But to tell me that, you know, I'm completely wrong, that I'm completely unjustified, I'm completely stupid in the way that I do things, I don't tell you, man, you know, how to do your
Make it
things.
fast.
Okay, you want to go ahead and build up every single one of your characters on your teams in a balanced style level. So that way you can get the max, you know, damage output from each and every one. That's great. You want to grind for hours on top of hours, and you want to get the right echoes. You want to spend the money and get, you know, the 5-star weapons and put it on all these characters. By all means, that is for you to do. Who is it of me to judge you, you know, by doing that?
Make it fast.
I don't see it being useful for someone like myself. I see myself wanting to hurry up, get this done, get it over with, and do it as fast as possible. And walla bing, walla boom, I am done. I got everything I need out of this. So that way when 8 days come by, you know, and it all resets, I can do it again. I just think that, you know, in some case scenarios that you don't need to be wasting your time listening to your favorite little YouTuber out there telling you how to do something. You know, because that's where a majority of this comes from, is a lot of people are going to take the word of someone like that's God. And I'm going to tell you, like, when you come to my channel, don't take what I'm telling you as the word of fucking God, like, oh, you should be doing this. What I'm telling you is that it's an option. And honestly, I'm the type of person that would prefer to actually have a conversation about different options, you know, so that way we can collectively come up with better ideas. I mean, you got some people out there who say that Chang Li is the worst DPS known to fucking man, and I can tell you that I don't believe that. But if you believe it, then by all means, that's you. I can just show you what I'm capable of with a crit build Chang Li. We're going a little bit too far off topic though. This video is all about, you know, whether or not is it a good thing to, you know, max out your characters to the union level. In this case scenario, level 90. And I'm just going to tell you that the only characters that matter to get their base level status up is the main characters that you are using all the time. And in general, it will always have to be your main DPS first. Your DPS matters. Your DPS is what's going to be damage per second. It is the god of your team. It is the leader. It is who is going to be truly the character that is going to be, at the end of the day, your main. The other two characters, your healer, your sub DPS, their job is to do exactly what their titles are: support and be a sub. So where when you switch out, you know, your main DPS, you have a sub DPS that's, you know, doing some damage but building up, and then it's getting ready to swap back over to your main DPS. Like, in all honesty, Tao doesn't really do damage for me, as you can see, like on the screen, 107 hit, but by God, that Iron Will, when it comes into it, is going to increase my resonance skills on Chang Li drastically for the next 14 seconds. That's all her job's there for. So, tell me what your thoughts is down in the comments below. You tell me whether you believe I'm right or wrong. Criticize me, argue with me. Let's go for it, boys and girls. I have no qualms to fight anyone. Come to the live streams that we're going to start when 1.2 comes in. Come have at it. I will go ahead and debate anybody, and you know what? All I'm going to say is change my mind, if that's the case. So, you guys, I'll say it like this. Anyone who's watching on all this other stuff, you're absolute legends. You're fucking classy. You're fucking great. And I hope that, you know what, future-wise, we keep this channel going, everything goes well, and we keep playing some good WutheringWaves, and we keep having these goddamn classy arguments, because, my God, it is beautiful to see people passionate in one regard, and it's beautiful to see dumbasses at the same point in time that don't understand how things actually work, and you trying to teach them, and they still don't get it. It is. I'm sorry. It is somewhat beautiful in that regards as well. But I'll end it there, guys. You take it easy. You have a good one. And I will catch you on the flip side. Peace.